Well, how do, and welcome back. I've had another beer kit haul. I'll go through them after, but as it's a Wednesday, I'm trying this non-alcoholic beer from an American brewery called the Athletic Brewing Company, and it's their Rum Wild IPA. I bought a few of these to try out, and I must admit it looks very nice in the glass. I've got a 1 and a bit cans in here because they're just these 355ml cans. It looks very nice, a very nice hazy golden colour with a nice frothy white head, and I will say this, it doesn't have that worty non-alcohol taste, you know, that you get from non-alcoholic beers. It tastes like wort. This doesn't actually. It is one of the better ones, to be honest. Nice punch of hops there, nice citrusiness, lovely aroma as well of the hops. It is very light bodied though, but at 0.5%, well, less than 0.5% alcohol it's going to be, isn't it? Alcohol, you know, adds a bit of chewiness to a brew, but it's body wise it's no more lighter than, say, a light American lager, like a Coors Light, something like that. It's got the same sort of mouthfeel, but those hops are nice, and a little bit of prickling on the tongue from it, and a nice bitterness at the back end. It's just a shame it's not dry. It's not as dry as I'd like. It's quite a moist at the back, but hey, I'll tell you what, it beats a lot that I've tried, a lot of the UK and European non-alcoholic beers. Once you've had one or two, I don't think you'd notice. You just get used to it. I don't think you'd notice that it's so watery. You know, it'll just taste like a beer, basically. Right. Anyway, Muntons Connoisseurs range. I found out on Facebook that I've got it up here, lovebrewing.co.uk. So if you're in the UK, they're having a bit of a sale or a reduction on their Muntons Connoisseur range. I think it's because the dented tins, because every tin here has got a dent in it somewhere to one degree or another. So I think they've just dropped the price. For the one tin, they're meant to be £16.95. I mean, the price of one tins these days is getting ridiculous. I think the Wilco, the white tins, I bought a few of those. I think they're about 15 quid now, and they're 1.5 kilograms. These are 1.8, which makes them cheaper than the Wilco Artisan range, because they're 1.8 kilograms, but they're 19 bloody quid now. But anyway, oh, and my Wilco is starting to slowly restock, so that's a good sign. But originally these are £16.95, but they're selling them off at £10.95, so it's a £6 reduction. So I bought 4 of them. I thought, why not? You know, just over a tenner a piece, might as well. 11 quid. So I've got the IPA Bitter. Now, I've never brewed Connoisseurs before, so I don't know what they're like. I've watched a few reviews. Everyone seems to say they're okay, but they're not mind-blowing. This is the Connoisseurs IPA Bitter, makes 40 pints. Now it says IPA Bitter, I don't know what it means by that. Is it a bitter IPA, or is it more like an English style IPA, which is, you know, it's a bitter, but just a few more hops in it. But then when I look at the back, what I do like about these is they give you the expected bitterness. They use EBU, but it's exactly the same as IBU. And it says 13 to 27. Well, it's not really an IPA, is it? Especially if you're on the low side. I suppose the 27 is if you short brew this, which I might do. But it says 13 to 27 EBUs. For an IPA, bitter. Right, I'll have to do some modding of that kit. The nut brown ale. You know, I always said I wanted to make a brown ale. Well, I do like the Samuel Smith's nut brown. Again, 1.8 kilogram tin. This has got EBU 9 to 23, so it's not going to be very bitter. But I don't think nut brown ales are meant to be overly bitter. It's all about the malt. However, a reviewer on YouTube tried this and didn't really think it was very nutty at all. There was no real nut flavour. So what I'm going to do, I might mod this and buy some specialty grains, some toasted grains, or I saw online this afternoon there is a malt. It's called crisp brown malt, and on the website one of their tasting notes is a nice dry nuttiness. So I might get 200 grams of brown malt in here, just steep them and then just pour it in and see if that helps. I may also add some dark roasted French oak chips that I've got, just to see if that helps with a bit of dryness as well. So yeah, I've got the nut brown ale. I'll probably put that on as the first one. An export stout. Oh, now this is better. EBU 37 to 51. That's what you would expect from a stout, really, isn't it? So that sounds like a nice beer. And I thought it's now getting the season for stouts and, well, all these sort of beers, your brown ales and the other one, the bitter, which is the next one. So I've got myself an export stout. I don't think I've brewed a stout in a long while, to be honest. So that'll be nice. In fact, I might do that one next. And then finally, a Yorkshire Bitter. EBU 21 to 35, so that's quite respectable. Short brew it, get that bitterness up to that 35 mark, and sounds like it's going to be a nice beer. Again, 1.8 kilograms. This is the worst tin. It's got a big whack there, but I'm sure it's okay. I've brewed from dented tins before. I've never noticed a difference. So yeah, it's the lovebrewing.co.uk website. Connoisseur Yorkshire Bitter, well, all of them. There's actually a few more. I think there's a lager on there, Pilsner, a traditional bitter. Let's have a look. I've got it up here now. So the export stout, the continental lager. Now I don't know if that's like the Cooper's continental lager, where you actually get lager yeast and you have to brew it at lager temperatures. I'm not so sure. But they've got an export Pilsner, continental lager, the stout, the IPA bitter, which isn't very bitter at all, so I don't know if it should be called an IPA, the brown ale. Oh, they've also got a Pilsner there, trad bitter, and a wheat beer. So if you like your wheat beers, that'll be a good buy. $10.95 for a 1.8 kilogram tin. So yeah, I found out about that on Facebook. So yesterday I was there buying them, 24-hour delivery with, I think it's DHL or DPD, I'm not so sure which, but they just came today. Mind you, I think Love Brewing is, I think it's Liverpool. I think they have a place in Liverpool, and I'm only about 40 miles from Liverpool, so it's not far. But yeah, so this will keep me busy over the winter, as well as the Wilco's as well. In fact, I've got a brown ale in the Wilco batch. So they call it Sweet Nuki Brown or something. So I'll have to say, but I'll probably start on these first because they look very Moorish. Right, well, I'm going to enjoy this. I'll tell you, I'm impressed with this. If you like a beer during the week but you always feel a little bit guilty, I don't think you'd notice, to be honest. I mean, you'd know it was very light bodied, but flavour wise there is a bit of malt in there as well. Oh, big lorry's gone past, sorry if you can hear that. There's a bit of malt in there, a bit of biscuitiness, but none of that wort flavour. I'm telling you, these breweries are getting good with these non-alcoholic beers. The technology must be improving all the time. Right, well, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Just a quick catch up today. If you've got any ideas about modding these, I'd love to hear about them in the comments. But yeah, I think for the brown ale, definitely I'll be adding some grains and maybe some oak chips. Obviously, I'll probably be putting some hops into the IPA to make it an IPA and hopefully a little bit bitter. But yeah, I don't know. Would you mod a stout, an extra stout, export stout, especially if it's already got that bitterness in? Maybe some vanilla or something like that, or some plum jam, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, if you've got any suggestions, put them in the comments, and I'm going to enjoy this. Bye bye for now.